What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're having a look at the super evolution of the Summer Boa Hancock. So we did make my own video in terms of what I think and what I was predicting this character was going to receive via, the level limit break and the super evolution. So I'm hoping for big things here. Artwork is very nice. I really want to see what the ink effect looks like, because the base ink effect of this character is actually very, very good. So it's going to be disappointing if we evolve the unit and the ink effect doesn't really improve all that much. But artwork, it looks pretty nice. The sprite also looks really, really good, and for some reason it's not loading. But either way, this character looking pretty interesting. This character, I believe, is still a free spirit and a shooter character. There we go. Free spirit shooter is still a side character, super type. Let's jump into it, okay? So, remember, this character has the buffs when you have the super evolution, just base form evolution, but then if you have the investments for level limit break, the character does get better. So when you just super evolve the unit, you get the 5 times attack boost to Sai, 4.5 to everyone else, further boost Sai characters up to 5.5 based on the amount that you've healed in the previous turn. So the character's captain ability is just the same, it's just that you get this extra multiply. That's basically all that's different. It's the exact same. So you don't really get much upon super evolution, but if you have the investments, you get a lot more, where you get the additional cooldown reduction, and then you get up to 5.5 based on the amount healed from the previous turn. If the crew launches a special that applies a chain additive buff, extends it by 1. If her special is launched for 5 turns, her captain effect will have the following boost. It's going to be 5.5 flat and reduces damage taken by 20%. Ooh, okay. So, the captain effect will always have up to a 5.5 based on the amount that you've healed, but if you launch her special, then for the next 5 turns, it just straight up is always a flat 5.5 times boost to side characters. Okay, that's actually pretty cool, so you don't even have to worry about healing during the turns where her special has been activated. But realistically, when you take a look at it, there's not a lot here. Like, it's cooldown reduction, attack boost, further attack boost, the recovery and the recovery slot stuff is all the same, and then extends chain by 1 turn. Like, it just doesn't do that much, unfortunately, as a captain, which is disappointing. So we'll move on, because one of the things about Boa that made her really, really good is she had one of the best super type effects in the game. So I am expecting her super type to still be very, very good. So let's move on. Now, her special, it actually has 3 different types of specials, okay? So just with the base form of special, reduces special cooldown by 2 turns, which is very good. Reduces burn by 6 turns. Inflicts love status to all enemies, up to 18 combo hits. Boosts the chain by 1.4 for 3 turns. That's a very good chain addition. And heals the crew by 11 times her recovery for 5 turns, okay? So, from the special there, it's fine. It's just pretty okay. What they've done here from the base form is that they've added the chain boost. I'm not 100% sure if the combo hits for her love status were the same. Burn removal is also new. So the burn removal is new, the chain addition is new, but everything else is pretty much the same. We move on to level limit break 3, where it now reduces burn and despair by 6 turns, and the chain boost gets buffed to 1.5. Okay, so that's a lot better for sure. But then if you get to level limit break 5, which is 9 duplicate copy investment, reduces crew's cooldown by 2 turns, burn despair by 6, love status, 1.6 chain addition for 4 turns, that's incredible, and heals the crew for 11 times her recovery. And then it says after 3 turns, applies a 1.3 weaken status to all enemies, further increasing damage by 1.3 if increased damage taken is further applied. Ooh, okay, so they add a weaken status, but it's after 3 turns. So after you launch her special, you will get a clock buff for 3 turns. Once the clock buff expires, that's when the weaken status is applied. So you have to use this way in advance to actually get the full benefits of it. But if you use her special ability while she is the captain, this will become a 5-turn chain. So it means if it's a 5-turn stage content, you actually need to use her special like on stage 3 in order to get the benefits of it. Or if it's a 3-stage content, you actually want to use her special on stage 1. So, yeah, you really have to plan further in advance when you're using her special to get the full effects to activate. But this is a pretty big buff from what she had, because as I said before, her special ability at base level was just cooldown, love status, and healing. That's all she did before. So now, cooldown, burn despair removal, love status, chain boost for multiple turns, the healing end of turn, and now weaken status. So they are adding a lot of stuff to her kit, which is good. Okay, her super type. When the crew gets end of turn healing buff, which is the exact same condition as before, The super type special changes all slots including block into Psi, applies Love status to all enemies for 7 combo hits. If they are already inflicted with Love status, it adds 7, and then Psi characters get a 2.5 times attack boost for 3 turns, and then Psi to Super Psi. Yeah, this is still a very, very good super type special. A full board of slots, Love, and 3 turn major attack boost. It's good. When you partner this with her captain, with her special, as a one combined unit, as a kit, actually surprisingly pretty good. So let's go ahead and have a look at her Rumble stuff now. So her Rumble stuff previously was kind of bad, so I hope that is a much bigger improvement. So let's have a look. So this is without level limit break. 28 CT targets one enemy with low health for 4,500 fixed damage, and then your Psi allies get level 7 attack for 15 seconds, and then enemies in a large horizontal range get 12 attack down for 15 seconds. Like, it's not amazing. In terms of raw damage, you're only getting 1 hit off. You get some attack buff, I guess, and then some attack down on the opponents. I don't think this is that great. Like, again, you have to really find a slot on Psi Free Spirit to put this character on there, and I just don't think that it's going to work. This time around, though, you target 2 enemies with low HP for 4,000 damage. Wait, really? It goes down? But you target 2 enemies instead. I hope that's not the case. That actually is kind of bad. You might as well just kept it at 4,500. And then Psi allies get 7 attack for 20 seconds, and an attack down in that same range for 20 seconds. Unless the Rumble ability is cracked. Psi allies level 6 attack. If you're below 50%, Psi allies level 5 defense. That's just bad. It's just bad. Like, you have to be below 50% to get the defense increase. I'm not a big fan of this. And then with level limit break, you get Psi attack and HP level 6, and then you still get the defense when you're below 50%. If this just removed the health condition, so it was attack, HP, and defense, say less. But unfortunately, that is not the case. In terms of everything else, reducing special bind, I guess, is kind of cool. So, yeah, I really wish that Boa Hancock had a bit more going for her. I guess, like, her special is pretty good still. She does have the Crewmate ability to resist special reverse, so you can still use her as a Crewmate to get the cooldown reduction, to get the burn and despair removal. You get the love status, you get the chain boost. I mean, you can get the weaken status as well. Like, I think there are lots of positive uses for this character. This is a very, very interesting unit. As a Crewmate, can provide lots to your team. But she didn't receive like the greatest buff in the world to make her a top tier super evolution, right? I mean the artwork itself is carrying pretty hard. I mean the artwork carries, but unfortunately I was just really hoping that she was going to receive a bit more of a buff to make her a bit more usable. One kind of positive thing to take out of it as well, though, is that she is a shooter character that does get access to the potential ability of the barrier pierce mechanic. So you could use her with the new Frankie, Ezo, Legend Ezo that is, Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo. So there's still uses for that because her Crewmate ability, or her special ability, doesn't have anything to do with Psi characters. Even though her captain and her super type have Psi character as like the focus, her special doesn't have anything to do with that. So you can put her in lots of different teams, which I think is a positive benefit. And she is Free Spirit being one of the best classes, if not the best class in the game. And now that they've added the burn and despair removal as well, just added some pieces of utility. So I think she's going to be more of a support / utility type of unit in a lot of teams these days. The love status is kind of like a whatever kind of effect. It's not really that useful overall. There are some niche usages for it, but in most cases this is pretty redundant. But yeah, the chain boost, that's a really big chain boost for 4 turns, and I think that's probably where she'll see probably the most use. And especially because enemies these days have been inflicting a lot more of those recovery debuffs, where if you heal, you get damage instead. This effect, where you get 11 times her recovery for 5 turns, this could actually be a very big detriment to your crew. So we'll see how that works. And even though she does apply the weaken status, I think this is cool, but at the same time, a lot of enemies just have, full immunity, which makes this redundant as well. So unless if the enemy has partial immunity, then this will actually inflict to the opponent, and then you can use increased damage taken to get even more damage out of that. So it is a little bit specific. It is depending on the enemies that you're facing at the time. but we'll see how useful she's going to be. I'm sure she's going to be useful in next month's treasure map. I'm sure she's going to find some use there. But that is going to wrap it up for me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the super evolution of the summertime Boa Hancock down below in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.